Morning, Manaia.
Hi.
I was smacked with this question this morning, not via a person, just via the New Zealand Herald website.
Yes.
Is a hair transplant tax deductible?
Oh, you'd hope not, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, if you're out there working 2 jobs and getting secondary tax out the arse to the point where you might as well not even have that second job, and then you find out someone's avoiding their tax because they got a hair transplant. Because what's tax for? It's for roads, it's for infrastructure, it's for the however many hours of free childcare that everyone gets. You're saying by trying to deduct that from your tax bill, I'd rather have that money back, thanks, than any cent of my hair transplant.
She's a slow news day.
Goes to helping someone else.
When it comes to sport, and we will get to it, but this is an article about Sam Wallace. I'm sure most people know who he is, I guess. Weatherman Sam.
Yeah.
Post-breakfast now.
Coast breakfast, yep, we see him in the mornings. He does the show with Tony and forget his name. Who is he?
Jace
Reeves.
Reeves,
Yeah, too many Jaces. And
There's a Jay Reeves.
Jay Reeve.
Who's the Rock.
Yeah.
And then there's a Jason Reeves.
And who's Superman? Christopher Reeves.
There's also a New Zealand reporter, Christopher Reeve.
Who's Anna Reeve?
Well, I think that's
Jay's wife.
Jay's wife, yeah.
Okay. And they all swapped here. Is that what happened? No, what happened?
No, that did not happen. So apparently Sam Wallace is looking to get a hair transplant, or has had one.
No. He's had a hair transplant. I know that.
I haven't seen him in the last couple of months.
Well, that's how you know. Because if you had seen him, you would know.
You'd know? Okay. Is he running that just one all over at the moment?
Long tail on that. They look, I don't know how to, it's like if a kiwi fruit got road rash or something. You know what I mean? It's such an interesting look, the Turkish hairline.
But I had to click on this article to read more, to find out why maybe a hair transplant could be tax deductible. And have a listen to this. Broadcaster and Coast FM morning host Sam Wallace is keen to find out if this is in fact tax deductible. It's definitely a career enhancing move, says Wallace.
Why is it?
Hopefully that keeps me relevant for a long time. Well,
hopefully that keeps me relevant.
That's what will be passed on to my accountant, he says. Wallace, a former children's TV presenter, weatherman and TV breakfast host, still maintains a strong focus on video with the content.
Hold on, did he tell this to the reporter?
Yes, he produces for social media.
No, Sam, hey, come on, Sam.
Yep.
Come on. Tell your mates that, but don't tell the bloody journo that, surely.
Get your gear around this. I talk between songs. That's what I do.
On the radio, yep. I need a fucking hairline for that.
This is a quote, by the way, and I try to engage audiences as much as possible. That's Cross Coast, which is an absolute joy to be a part of with 2 wonderful hosts. I should have read this earlier. Open bracket, Tony Street and Jason Reeves. But I'm also passionate in terms of video creation. And I love making videos. I'm a filmmaker and I love doing that. Hence why he believes his hair transplant might be tax deductible.
Some of the biggest movie stars in the world are The Rock.
Yep.
I'll give you probably like Jason Statham. Biggest podcaster in the world, you could argue, Joe Rogan.
Yep.
They're all bald.
One of the funniest men in New Zealand, Mr. Lee Hart.
Lee Hart. The Prime Minister of our country is bald.
That's a great
Chris
point.
Luxon. You don't have to have hair.
No, you don't.
Lee Hart makes TV shows with no hair. He's been doing it for a long time at a very high level.
And that's why I'm trying to figure out why he's just... Is he just trying to mask a hair transplant as a social experiment? Is that what's going on here? And I understand this is not very sports podcast.
Tax write-off is what he's going for.
It feels a hell of a lot more like a Bricky podcast than an agenda one. But is that all he's doing? How much? What do you get? Like 20%?
Yeah, well, you just don't have to pay your tax bill on whatever that is. So, but then that's another issue is, did he get it done here in New Zealand? Or did he go overseas? Did he go to Turkey for it?
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney.
You would think you could not get a tax write-off when you did not pay tax in this country.
I mean, he
would be my first port of call. Now, I am no accountant. Trust me. I can't even, I can barely read. I can't count.
No, yeah.
I would assume you don't get tax back from other countries.
And can I just say a big thanks to Liam Dan for writing up that article, business editor at large.
Can you imagine what was going through Liam Dan's head when he was getting all this? He's like,
worked for 20 years.
Yeah, and he would have been sitting there like, oh, true. And I can publish all this? Yeah, right. True. Okay. Sweet.
And this is on record.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, like, all of the things he said in there, I'm sure everyone's thinking. Like, when you get it, you're like, fuck, I wonder if I could sneak this in under the old tax there. Yeah. And obviously, he is a broadcaster. He will be thinking, I'm trying to keep it relevant. But to say that to to openly admit it and be like, that's what I'm doing.
When Joe and I were talking about it this morning,
You gotta respect it.
we couldn't decide if we came full circle and ended up respecting it by the time we reached the bottom of the article.
I think I have.
Yeah, I know. It is like that. Anyway, shout out Sammy. Keep us posted on your...
he will.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Don't you worry about that.
Live from the Export Beer Garden Studio, this is the agenda for Thursday, the 18th of September.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
All right, on today's show, massive injury blow for the Black Ferns. Kiwi pole vaulting trio finish out of the medals, and Roigard is back, and another do draft coming up later in the show. If you don't know what that is, we'll get to it shortly, but let's start with the Black Ferns. Georgia Miller has been ruled out of New Zealand's Women's Rugby World Cup semi-final against Canada in a major blow to the Black Ferns' hopes of defending their title.
It's a big omission for their team. I don't think it's a big blow for their World Cup. Obviously, it's gutting any time someone's scrubbed out of a World Cup. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Happened to Amy Duplessis a few days ago. Because World Cups don't come around very often. So for Georgia Miller, who is from my neck of the woods, she's from Timaru.
Oh, is she?
They just hung her jersey in the South Canterbury Museum.
Yeah, they love it down there.
Have not asked me for a pair of headphones. Fuck South Canterbury.
They did an article. They did do an article on you, though, didn't they? In the Waimiri Times or something. I feel like I saw an article when you first started on Hauraki.
Timaru Courier or something like that.
The Courier.
Yeah, I've been in the Oamaru Mail as well. I've featured in the Oamaru Mail.
Are you what primary school did you go to?
St. Patrick's Primary in Waimiri.
Are you the most famous, the most successful, I don't know, ex-student coming out of there?
You would hope there's... I mean, anyone that came out of that school and owns a farm and is actually making money would probably would probably be more successful than me. I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, Georgia Miller's out, and we'll come to that later.
But so Kennedy Tukuafu Ni Simons comes in to replace her. Now that is the co-captain of the team. So this is not like... Georgia Miller, probably form player of the competition for us. You would say it's either her or Braxton Sorensen McGee.
One of the great names.
And so, yes, it is gutting that we're losing her. She's probably the best player in the team, let's be fair. But she is being replaced by a pretty good replacement. You know what I mean? It's like in the All Blacks when we've got players that are out through injury and then all of a sudden here comes... some Patrick Tuipulotu, and you're like, okay, well, we're going to be okay. But I just, the heartbreaking thing is having someone miss out on a whole tournament. She's doing herself no favours, and she's not saying what the injury is.
Oh, is she not? Okay, right.
And making a point of saying, I'm not going to specify what this injury is. I don't have to tell you. And she doesn't. This is her right.
No, of course not.
Man, it makes you intrigued as to what it is when you don't know what it is. Like, if that was me and Georgia, reach out if you need a PR person, I would just come out and go, rolled ankle, she's out. And then everyone goes, oh, bugger, she rolled her ankle at training.
Yeah, just make it up.
Yeah.
Make it up.
Yeah. That's the way around, like the unspecified. You don't have to say what it is. But if you say you're not going to say what it is, now all of a sudden everyone wants to know.
So that game's 6 a.m. on the 20th. So what? That's Saturday, I believe. Again, 6 a.m.
Saturday morning,
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
New Zealand taking on Canada in that
still be
semi-final.
up.
You think we'll win that one?
I do think we'll win this one. But I always find it interesting coming into a semi-final where you've just... The All Blacks face this in a lot of World Cups, where you rollick through the pool rounds, and you've just smashed everyone, and then you, as a fan, you're like, well, I don't know, how do you judge how good we are as a team when we've just smashed everyone else? Flip side of that is you don't want to be getting beaten up the whole way through pool play.
Nah,
you know what I mean, and then come into it. So it's like, are we undercooked because we haven't faced good quality opponents, or are we going to be fresher than other teams because we haven't been in these arm wrestles? I don't know. All I know is. I think they're going to win. We drew with Canada the last time we played them down in Christchurch, and then I think we actually might have even lost the one before that. But I don't think that matters. Canada just not up to scratch when it comes to big games. So, I don't think it's going to be. So all the games have been like 60-10, 45-20 or something. I don't think this one will be one of those.
No, agreed.
I don't know.
It'll be a hell of a game though. Looking forward to it. Pole vault. Let's move on to that. New Zealand's favourite trio of Olivia McTaggart, Imogen Yearis, and Eliza McCartney were not able to find any results yesterday and find themselves on a podium. 25-year-old Olivia McTaggart was the best of the three in the final, finishing in 8th place with a height of 4 metres and 65 centimetres.
Yeah, I think Eliza didn't register a score, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe she must have just missed her jumps.
I believe she missed the first jump and then retired, I think.
Retired for the sport. Oh, it was a great career.
Not
and she's done a lot for
just from the event, yeah.
It's interesting. Every time these girls come up, two things pop into my mind. The first one is I've talked about. The first one is I've talked about this before. You know how if we own the America's Cup, we get to decide what the rules are, and I've always said we should do waka ama. So the next time around, it's like, all right, Switzerland, put out your best waka ama team. I reckon we'll beat yous.
Yeah.
Failing that, why don't we add a bit of jeopardy into it, and you can board each other's boats. So as I'm coming around the corner, I can board your boat and start fucking with your, like I go down to your cyclers and I put a spoke in their, a stick in their spokes, or I rip the Ben Ainsley's headset off so he can't,
It's not a million miles away from Mario Kart or something like that.
And that's exactly where the idea came from. And to that end, I would put all three of those girls, I would affix their poles to the side of the hull. Yeah. And as we come around the corner, ding, 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 Pirates of the Caribbean, all three of them, shoop, 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 board the other side. They're ripping helmets off people. They're putting sticks into spokes, and they completely, pull that thing apart. I have pitched this idea to Olivia McTaggart. She's keen.
Oh, you've spoken to her, and she said she's happy to do that.
Yeah. She's keen on that idea, so I don't know, probably after she retires.
Yeah.
It'd be a tough one to explain to your manager, why are you injured? And it's like, I boarded Oracle. I boarded a lingy in the America's Cup and I sprained my ankle. That's a tough one to explain to the New Zealand public as well. The other thing is, and I chewed her ear off about how the hell pole vaulting, because it's such a unique sport, how that works and how do you get into it.
Mm.
Because it's like doing a standing backflip. Like you can't really work your way up. You just got to go for it, and it either works or it doesn't. Because they don't start. I was talking about this on I think breakfast this morning, but I thought that they would start like with a broom handle and try jumping around on that for a bit, and then work their way up. But that's not how it works.
Actually, I never really thought about this. Yeah, that's what I would imagine happening as well.
It's not. You've got to go with the pole itself and just go.
And just commit.
And you find out straight away whether pole vaulting is for you or not by having a white hot crack.
Do you know how often did the pole snap?
Pole snap quite often. So Olivia McTaggart, she swapped poles, I think, to like carbon fiber or something like that, or fiberglass.
You know a lot about the sport.
Yeah, I do. I don't, but I know as much as she's told me. Anyway, she had to switch because she was snapping them. Because obviously the idea is you've got to put as much force into the ground as possible to fling yourself.
Yeah, I suppose after you snap 4 or 5 poles, you go, hang on, am I using the right pole?
Yeah, so she got stiffer or more flexible poles, I can't remember which. And then the other question I had for her was, do you have longer poles when you're attempting higher heights?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You have...
Well, that doesn't make sense to me.
You have stiffer poles the higher height you're going for rather than flexible.
Yeah.
And... one last fact on pole vaulting, they cover their hands in this shit that looks like tar, and that's how they manage to hold on. Because if you ran up there and planted your stick in the ground and you just had sweaty hands,
is that the similar shit that the Germans use in their handball that they play?
You know
how they've got the sticky shit on that ball?
It looks like tar, just black tar.
There you go. There's a great roundup of how the sport of pole vaulting works.
That's how pole vault works.
So is she a South Islander?
I don't think so.
I
don't know where
she's from. You did a TV show with her.
She was on my team for Game of Two Halves. Nope, she was on the other team for Game of Two Halves. But yeah.
And how do you get into some?
How do you get into pole vault?
Well, just almost any track event.
Is
it a wealthier school thing?
Because I have no memory of ever seeing a pole vault in person.
No,
I don't know where you would even do that.
Even like high jump with Kerr and all that, like growing up in Kaipua, I never saw anyone practice
high jump.
Yeah.
Nah. We used to have like an athletics day in Waimate, but I think it was basically an after school care sort of thing. You'd go down there bare feet, no shirt, and just have a run, biff something.
Yeah.
But I never saw a pole vault in the flesh. No, I think it comes from, as a kid you try all the different sports and you might be a sprinter or a long jumper and someone's over there doing pole vault and you're like, give us a hoon at that. And that's probably how you get into it.
And if you've got athletic ability, then
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Well, yeah, you know straight away whether you can pole vault or not. You know,
There you go.
you just bounce off that thing and be like, oh, not for me.
Let's move on. Of course, as well, the only 2 medals we got out of that World Athletics Champs over in Tokyo were the Beerman. Is that his name?
Beamish.
Beamish with the steeplechase.
Here's one for you. I was listening the other day. You guys were asking why there's no steeples on the steeplechase or what the go is there. I can answer this for you.
Okay, right. I was wondering why does only one have water after it?
Oh yeah, that I don't. I can't answer the water. I presume it's just to piss people off and give them wet feet.
Yeah.
But the steeplechase, I can explain to you where that came from.
Okay, please do. Yeah.
So it came from, you know, the British fox hunting dudes. They go out with their bloodhounds and whatever, and they. So as they're chasing hunting their foxes
With their hats with the ear flaps.
with the hats with the ear flaps and
Yeah.
the guns and the shooting coat and all that kind of shooting jacket,
Some gummies, yep.
all that kind of stuff. They jump over fences and hedges and bush, hedgerows and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
As they're going across the paddock. Eventually, it got to the point where, like, say for example, we go out for a hunt, we don't find any foxes, so we're just riding through the countryside, and I go, tell you what, Finn, I'll race you to the next town. And as we're racing, we're jumping over the hedges, we're jumping over the bushes. Well, how do we know where the next town is? You've got to pick a landmark that we can both see. I'll race you to this point. And it was the steeple on top of the church. I will race you to the steeple on top of the church in the next town. First person there wins.
Hence the steeplechase.
Hence the steeplechase. You're chasing the steeple. That started with the horses. Then eventually people were like, why don't we just run it? And that's where the one that Beamish won.
I wonder when they got rid of the dogs. What were the dogs? Ever involved?
2017, I think they.
Right, yeah.
No, they outlawed them in the States. We were talking about this the other day on the breakfast show, and I was saying, anyone who's ever put a bet on a steeplechase knows the horse whose jockey comes off first inevitably wins. And you're like, I put a bet on that horse and it fucking won, and I don't get anything because it didn't have the guy on it.
So, and my follow-up question to that was, why is Beamish not also running in the 3000?
I think he is.
Is he?
I think he did run in the 3000.
Okay,
yeah.
sweet. Yeah, because I was wondering if that correlates. Because it feels like it should correlate pretty.
I think the 3000 was where he got his face stomped.
No, but that was after a trip on the fucking puddle.
I think he does run the 3000. But
Yeah. So you reckon at some stage they were like, well, in the forest that we were originally running through, there was that one little pond area or that little swampy marsh bit, so we should probably put that on the track as well.
I think
It's all very literal, wasn't it, with all those kind of Olympic style events?
But I think the puddle, I think that is a flaw, not a feature. I just think they don't know how to build drainage into the track. So
let's just put it in the event.
yeah, I think it has to be lower. So that, I don't know, but my guess would be they put the recessed bit in there so that when you jump over, you get a softer landing, and it fills with water, and they're like, "Fuck it, that's just part of it now."
Got you.
That's my guess.
Chad Powers, it's coming to Disney Plus, and to celebrate, we are creating our own sporting alter egos. G-Lane's presented his, I've presented mine, and Manaia, we've asked you to present your sporting alter ego today.
Yes.
Would you mind doing so?
Yeah, it came to me in a fever dream yesterday while we were sitting in the studio. His name is Lux Hoover Dyson. Lux is his first name. Hoover Dyson is his last name. It was surprising not at all that he plays rugby league.
Yep.
6'4", 120 kg, mullet, throat tat, reserve grade prop.
Okay.
Durry hanging out the mouth, sitting on the back fence before the kickoff. He takes a drag, then he takes a hit up. Allegedly has a development contract with the Warriors, but no one's seen any evidence to back that up. Can delete industrial amounts of piss.
Yeah.
Lux Hoover Dyson is my
Lux Hoover Dyson.
my sporting alter ego.
We'll run him through ChatGPT and get an image to you at home. But if you want to submit your sporting alter ego, $500 cash is up for grabs. We want you to tell us about your sporting alter ego. Just let us know via the iHeartradio app by clicking that talkback button and recording us a little voice memo. I understand, Joe, we've got one coming through from a punter here.
Hey fellas, my alter ego, Darren McCain, otherwise known as Big Red, 24-year-old pro golfer standing at 6'2" and weighing in at around 100 odd kegs, built like a loose Ford, with a beautiful perm ginger mullet with a thick moustache to suit. Born in Drummond with parents that may have been a little too closely related before marriage. He currently lives in the Big Smoke of... hey fellas, part 2 to Agreed. Currently lives in the Big Smoke of Manaia.
Yeah.
One of his main sponsorships is Space, because not only can he sink parts, but he can also sink piss as well.
Ship beer.
He's known as Big Red not for his size, but for something else. Some have even said his second club. So yeah. Have a go at that. Anyway, love his fuckers.
I love that. Who was he hiding from?
Yeah.
When he was recording that.
What's going on there?
Was he? It was like under the covers, like.
So Big Red, pro golfer, tall.
Yeah, but like a loose forward.
When you were coming up with yours, were you just...
Mine was given to me from on high. It came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
It was the clouds parted and God spoke directly to me.
It's almost like a therapy exercise, it feels like, coming up with your sporting alter ego, because it shows you where you went wrong. Because I think there's an element of this is what I wish I was.
I should have been named after 3 vacuum cleaners. Then maybe I would have been able to... sorry, I missed the crucial part. Lux Hoover Dyson, nose for the line. Nose for the line.
Thank God we got that out.
Lux Hoover Dyson.
Again, $500 cash up for grabs. We want you to tell us about your sporting alter ego. Just hit that talkback function on the iHeartradio app and send them in. Think you know Disney Plus? Wait till you meet Chad Powers. September the 30th on Disney Plus. Let's take a break, come back and chat All Blacks really briefly before we get into this week's Dude Draft. Righty, I'm easy. All Blacks halfback Cam Roigard is set to return to provincial rugby after recovering from a fractured foot. The guy has been on an unlucky run of injuries lately, bolstering the side's number 9 stocks ahead of their Bledisloe Cup test. The 24-year-old is one of the 13 members of the All Blacks Rugby Championship squad who have been released to play for their provincial teams in round 8.
This is exciting to me because I was worried about when Hotham went down in one of the all-time injuries where he got knocked out by a knee to the side of the head and woke up with a broken ankle.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Fuck that. So he's come to it, he's just got...
Again, that South African went off with a fractured knee or some shit.
Something wrong with his knee. And I reckon I would love to have heard the exchange between Noah and the trainer, because as he's getting taken off, he would have been like, I think I've broken my ankle. And the trainer would be like, no, you've had a knock to the head.
Yeah.
It's okay, you'll be but he would have been like, no. I think my ankle's broken.
Is that how we failed the HIA immediately? Hotham? It's because he was like, right, what's wrong, mate? And Hotham's like, my ankle's fucked, mate. He's like, oh, shit.
He's like, no, sorry, I said, what day is it? And he's gone, no. I understand that it's Saturday. We only ever play on Saturdays. Why would you ask me that? What I'm telling you is my ankle is broken. I can feel the bones fractured.
Oh, that's something that you failed.
We're going to have to take him off. It's like, no, I'm telling you I'm coming off. I have a broken leg. Yeah, very cool, mate. Hey, your family's here. We're going to take you over. But this is good because we've got all of our halfbacks are out injured. And when I heard Roigard's going to be brought back in, I was like, I'm worried about that. Have they rushed him back? Like, if Hotham didn't get injured, would he have been playing for the All Blacks next weekend? Now you find out he's going to play NPC this weekend. He's sweet.
Do we have to worry about Finlay Christie and his mental health?
Why? What?
I don't know. I just feel like the poor guy's just going...
overlooked?
Yeah,
I thought he played really well.
He played well in that game that he played.
Yeah.
What, a couple of weekends ago?
Yeah.
That first South African test that we won, of course. He looked good at Eden Park.
I thought he was great, and I thought he played within the letter of the law, where he looked like he was like dummying box kicks and all their... I mean, I reckon Finlay Christie got even Etzebeth benched I reckon he kicked him out of the squad because Etzebeth was offside about 3 times and then he had to retreat, and while he's retreating, massive box kick.
Geez, the South African fans loved that, didn't they?
They were whinging so much
angry about it.
About the dummying from halfback, yeah. Which again, they've got a fair point, and it goes back, I think, to, and forgive me for earnest rugby analysis here, you can't ruck people anymore.
Yeah.
So back in the day, Joe, when you were playing rugby and you put your hands on the ball, you would get your hands rucked. And that was always the rule, and that's what stopped it. But now you can't do that, and so the halfback, because the rule was always you're not allowed hands in the ruck, and if you do, you're allowed to ruck the fuck out of their hands.
Yeah, to get stomped.
But now because you're not, then we've ended up in this ridiculous situation where the halfback can stand with his hands on the ball, but you're not allowed to tackle him. I think the fix for the box kick is as soon as his hand touches that, which I thought was the rule anyway, but as soon as his hand touches that, you're allowed to smoke him.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Have you seen what the Aussies do where they have that last man at the back of the ruck? He extends his leg way back.
Yeah.
So then the ball can go all the way back to his foot.
Yeah.
So then Nick White can sit right back in the pocket.
About 2 meters back. Yeah.
And I thought they were clamping down on that.
Same. And I think in Super Rugby they might have, because what was I think you were only allowed 2 people in there. But then I think in Super Rugby, didn't they bin it so you could only have 1? Because otherwise, why wouldn't you have just 5 guys in there?
Yeah, just like a truck and trailer all the way back.
Yeah, human centipede.
And then you've got as much space as you need to get a box kick out.
I think bin that, start enforcing the hands on the ball, that's the end of the ruck, it's out, and you can clobber that dude if you want, and then I think that gets rid of the box kick. I think we'd all be happy with that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so too. And
Either that or I've got another one. Make the ball about 10 kilos, or replace the ball with a medicine ball.
like a bowling ball, yeah.
It's like you can still kick it, I just don't reckon it's going to go.
Or you bring what Finn was talking about yesterday, where you can take a mark and kick a penalty goal from anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
Off a box kick. So then that'll stop the fucking box kick.
Would that bring into play the box scrubber? So that you can't take a mark off a grubber. So we're going to have box scrubbers.
So does this mean that Royds is back in the All Black squad as well? Has he been named in the All Black squad?
Not yet. I guess they'll see how he goes.
Okay, right. So that means...
Well, he's in the squad, but I guess they'll see how he
So
goes.
Royds and Christie are our only 2 healthy halfbacks.
I feel like much maligned Christie. Just because they picked other guys ahead of him doesn't necessarily mean that they're better than him.
He is getting cucked left,
Well,
right, and
that's
centre.
why I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
okay, I'm with
we
you,
just
yeah.
need to keep an eye on him because I'm worried about him.
I think he knows.
Yeah, I'm sure he feels it more than anyone.
I don't think it's the first time he's been overlooked for things, and he's made it all the way to the All Blacks.
He's Ben Affleck in that movie with Ana de Armas
Ana de Armas.
and Patrick Schwarzenegger, I think his name is.
Gonna need
Who's
you to
the-
pronounce the E a little harder on the end of that, please. Joe.
Who's the piano teacher?
Oh.
If you've seen it, you know it.
I've seen clips. You know what? If he is feeling a little bit down, if he is feeling a little cucked, I would say to Finlay Christie, your arc ahead of the next World Cup is being written for World Cup hero Finlay Christie.
Fucking A.
So keep riding this.
That's a good angle.
Stay with it. You have potentially a documentary ahead of you if it all goes a certain way.
Let's do another do draft, fellas. This week we are going to select a team of 4, including yourself. Sorry, not including yourself. So a team of 5 in total. You're one of them. 4 other members. Oh, have you got some music for this, Joe? There we go.
Do draft. This week we are conducting a heist.
Here we are.
Ocean's 11 style. This was suggested in the Caravan, the ACC private Facebook page, a safe space to express your sporting opinions.
Yeah.
I love this. I love the idea of conducting a heist. I initially went with a Ocean's 11 style draft board. You know how I like to have a theme to.
I started with that and have ended with that. So
yeah.
that's
okay.
where I'm heading.
Okay,
That's all I've got too.
Okay. I changed. I've
Okay,
got a
this will be
different
interesting
route.
then.
So I may potentially have a different team than you guys.
Manaia, as always, you're picking first because you keep winning.
Yeah.
I believe I was going on holiday shortly after the last one, so I never got the images up, but that means you can just carry over the win from the week before.
Okay. We were drafting a person's body.
Oh, that's right. We took
Lane went
leagues.
with someone's wife's chest. That could have either won him or lost him the public
Jared
opinion.
Goff's
Wife's
cans.
torso. Yeah.
Was that off the back of that Netflix doco? Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so I am going for all experience. I have never conducted a robbery or a heist in my life, so I'm going with people who have conducted robberies or heists
Okay.
for my whole team. And with my first pick from the 2019 Cricket World Cup, Ben Stokes, who robbed us of the 2019 Cricket World Cup by accidentally sliding his bat in front of a fielded ball that ran away for 4. He said he wouldn't have run. If it didn't make the boundary, he wouldn't have run.
Bullshit.
We'll never know. So I was going to give it initially to the umpire. I felt like I wanted to get a bit spicier than that. Ben Stokes is my first pick
That's hell of a pick
for
first up.
for heisting the 2019 Cricket World Cup off us.
And you're operating at a level way higher than I am for this draft. Joe, do you want to go next, mate?
Yep. Who better to conduct a heist than a man who conducted a heist? So I am going, and you cannot tell me that these guys do not know what they're talking about. I am going for my first overall pick, Brad Pitt.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good.
Ocean's, yeah. I like it. Ocean's 11.
He's hot,
He is hot.
knows what he's doing, likes to eat as well.
Would
Yeah.
you rather be Pitt than Clooney?
Yeah, I think I'd rather be
Yeah, I
Pitt
think
than Clooney.
Pitt is the cooler option for sure.
I love Clooney, but
Yeah, no, Pitt's a good choice. Okay,
Julia
so
Roberts pisses me off as well.
Yeah, so that's it. Does she?
Not a
Why?
fan. I'm not a fan.
Well, tell us why.
It's just a
Something
smugness of it.
yeah.
The way she walks down the stairs.
Yeah.
That upsets you.
Yes.
Is she the one that's dating the casino owner?
Andy Garcia, yeah.
You know a lot about Ocean's 11.
I love those movies.
Yeah,
They're
they're
fucking
good
good.
movies. Okay, my first pick is going to be... I've gone for that tactic that you went with a couple of weeks ago where you're trying to assemble a team.
Yeah, everyone's going to roll.
So I've gone with a getaway driver.
Yep.
That kind of vibe.
Yep.
I'm just taking Lawson. First
Yep.
pick. Liam Lawson. He's my
pick.
getaway driver.
That's a good pick.
I had that written down as well. I just thought it was a bit lame.
And then for my second pick, I'm going to go... Are we doing a snake draft? Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Sweet, so I'll go
Always
again.
a snake draft.
I'm looking for a delegator, a bit of life experience and some leadership at the top of the helm. I don't need him doing any of the legwork.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Sir Graham Henry.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Going to be the
Brains of the
again like
operation.
the Ocean's 11 situation.
Yeah.
I need an old boy that
The
just,
mastermind.
Yeah, that's
He's-
just been around the traps.
He's the one with voiceovering the plan. He's the one saying it. Well, we're going to go in and get the fitter. That will allow us to be better.
Yeah. Okay, so that's me. You're up next again, Joe.
I like that, and I'm going to continue that theme. I'm going to go with the man who stole more in his career than any other person, and that is Richie McCaw. Get over that bitch
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
steal
like
that
it.
ball.
I love
like
that. I like that. I am going to go with, again, I'm going all experience for my team. Can I, because we don't actually know who the people are in this thing, and I don't know who to point this at, I'm going to go for an entire team of people, and you bear with me here. I think you'll allow it. The 2023 voting panel for the Dally M Awards who robbed SJ of the Dally M right in the last game and gave it to Kalen Ponga. I want to put them in there. Heads must roll. He was the best player in the competition that year and he was robbed. So I'm going the 2023 Dally M panel.
That's nice.
Do I go back to back?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Back to back with that, I am going to go with Ben Simmons. He has made $163 million over his NBA career. He has been contracted for 643 games. He's played half of those, 332.
Fuck me.
For the Nets, for the Brooklyn Nets, whose contract just expired, he only played for 2 or 3 years for them. He scored so few points that for every point he scored in the National Basketball Association, he was paid $277,665. That's a fucking robbery. Ben Simmons is in my team.
So he went to Philly, out of the draft, is that
Out
right?
of the draft.
Started in Philly.
Started
yeah.
in Philly. There were talks that he was going to be the next LeBron.
Yeah.
He's 6'10". He's Australian.
The only issue people had was his 3-point shot, and then it
Could not shoot.
and then it turned into a far bigger issue than
Conspiracy
just a 3-pointer.
theories, he shot with the wrong hand. That he thought he was left-handed, he was actually right-handed. And then there was a point in time where the Monstars stole his talent. He was wide open under the basket to
He
win a
passed
playoff
it.
game.
That's right.
Trey Young, one of the shortest players in NBA history, was the only man defending him. He was 6'10" and he passed.
That's right.
And he has never been the same since. But he has still made over $163 million. And so for his experience in robbing teams blind, I'm going Ben Simmons.
Hell of a pick, Joe. You're up next.
This one just came to me last night. I don't know if you guys have seen. When you're doing a robbery, you need a bit of analysis. You need a plan. You need to think
numbers
on your
guy.
feet. But you also need some kind of someone who's quite nimble, can move around, and roll with the punches,
Yeah.
and a bit of lighthearted, just humour, like comic relief. I'm going with the Riz robot.
Who's the Riz robot?
The Riz robot is a AI robot. It's kind of like a mini Tesla robot that is walking around the streets of New York City
Oh, I've seen this.
and just giving chirps to people as they go past. And it's like fully it analyzes people when they come up to it, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, analyzes and goes, "Ha! Get away from me, bitch!"
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, and then just talks shit about people.
Oh my guy, you're looking like a total boss fam. Absolute legend status, bro. That salmon pink.
Wow.
He's
Look at him. He's got a cowboy hat on.
yeah.
And then he's running a pair of Dunks. Nike Dunks.
The greatest comment I ever saw, there's one
Wow.
video of him with this Karen of a woman, and she's like, Who's controlling you? Who's controlling you? And he goes, "Shut the fuck up, bitch!" And then plays the
dog laughing meme, yeah.
dog laughing meme, and then Snoop Dogg, D-O-double-G, and then gives her the bird. So I'm going Riz Robot.
You're taking the Riz robot. I'm going to take Eliza McCartney. I just feel like at some point, Again, I was imagining a bank robbery or some kind of heist, like a literal heist where I have to steal something out of somewhere, and I just imagined, like what we were saying earlier about the trio going from boat to boat.
Yeah.
I can imagine it being quite useful if she can, get herself up a couple of floors without having to go up the stairs. So I went with Eliza McCartney. I feel like, again, she's nimble as well. So Liam Lawson's my getaway driver. Eliza McCartney's kind of getting things done for me.
A great scene of her like vaulting across rooftops.
That's right.
Breaking into a vault.
That's right. Who was the small Asian dude in...
Jet Li.
I don't think it was Jet Li.
Do they all look the same to you?
You're the one that said it.
No, you said it.
That's the similar thing where I went the Riz robot. He's got the same size of that little...
Who's in Ocean's 11?
The small Asian
Circus Soleil
circus dude, that they use as the guy that gets in the vault. It might be it. Anyway, is it my pick again?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Okay, fourth and final pick for my team. I've currently got Sir Graham Henry, who's running the ship. I've got Liam Lawson, who's my getaway driver.
Chin Shalbo is his name. That's what I was thinking of.
Of course, yeah.
I've got Eliza McCartney, who's going to be pole vaulting into the second and third floor. And then I need someone that is nimble and is small. I'm going with J-Mac. Jockey, James McDonald. I feel like he gives a similar vibe as our friend from Ocean's 11. I feel like we could use him as the guy that kind of slips in and slips out. So J-Mac, high in energy, doesn't require much food and other things as such. So, yeah, there we go. J-Mac, Sir Graham Henry, Eliza McCartney and Liam Lawson is my heist dream team.
Joe, you got one last pick?
The art of every good heist is not the heist, but it's more the distraction of the heist.
You've always said that.
So I am going for my last pick.
Can I guess?
Someone who can run a great distraction.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
You can please, if you can.
Sydney Sweeney.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
She will create a huge distraction while the Riz robot, Richie McCaw, and Brad Pitt do the work.
Be honest, was she the first on your list as well? But you just read her name out last because you felt like it was a little more appropriate?
It's more of a planning of my crew there.
Right, okay, so you've got Sweeney to round out your dream team.
It was more because Joe knew with his last pick he was going to have so many to pick from. He's got about 15 names written down. All he'd have to do is go onto Instagram and hit following and then pick one.
And who's rounding out your team tonight?
You don't follow, you just watch.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that need to be reminded of that. My last one, I'm staying close to home. Someone who conducted a heist on my beloved One New Zealand Warriors. I'm going to go with Matt Lodge, who asked for release on compassionate grounds and then demanded full payment of his $700,000 salary, some of which I think the club is still paying now. So for his robbery of the Warriors, I'm going Matt Lodge. Rounds out my team, Matt Lodge, Ben Simmons, Ben Stokes, and the 2023 Dally M judging panel.
Hell of a team. What was yours again, Joe?
Brad Pitt, Richie McCaw, the Riz robot, and Sydney Sweeney.
It's fantastic. Highest lineup in mine is J-Mac, Sir Graham Henry, Eliza McCartney, and Liam Lawson. Again, we'll get those images up on the Caravan Facebook page if you want to follow that, get amongst, and you can vote on who wins this week's Dude Draft. Let's take a break and come back and check in with a couple of yours, pleases.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
For 10 points, can I guess what and who are the first voicemail? The first yours, please?
Yeah, sure. As in who it is sending one in.
What it's about and who's sent it in.
Yes, please.
2 separate bets I'd like to place. I don't know what order these are going to be in.
Okay.
But I suspect that the first one will be regarding Mid-Canterbury defeating South Canterbury over the weekend. It will be from Jake from Ealing Station.
Okay, what's the other one? Or do you want to just check if that's the one?
Those are the two. It'll be regarding South Canterbury and it'll be from Jake from Ealing Station.
Right, okay, sorry. Okay. Click that microphone button on the iHeartradio app and send us a talk back. Let's see if Jake has done so.
G'day, fellas. I've got a build like Marco Janssen, but instead of being 6'12", I'm like 5'11". And I've also got the dump truck of Bavuma for some reason. It's a bit of a weird one. Easy question today. What sport do you wish your friends or immediate family or even New Zealand were more into? Personally, I absolutely fucking love watching the darts, and I just don't understand why more people in New Zealand aren't that into it. But interested in what your guys' takes are. Cheers.
Great question, and I've just lost a bet. I know Joe's answer. I think everyone knows Joe's answer.
Ice hockey, is that, Joe?
Pool, yeah.
Ice hockey. For me, I understand why more people aren't into the darts. It's a problem plaguing a lot of sports. I think netball has the same problem as darts, and it's that the highlights aren't cool. When you watch a darts highlight, it's not a cool. What's the highlight? It's 180. So you're making me do math to even understand what the highlight is. When you watch LeBron James throw down a dunk, when you watch Steph Curry hit a 3-pointer, you don't need that explained to you that was a good play. But some guy throws a dart and you go, well, so he was on this amount of points, but he needed this amount, so then he hits this, and that's why it's impressive. That's why more people aren't into darts. Although people are into going to the darts when it's here.
Yep. Mine will be tennis, by the way. I know that's a pretty mainstream sport, and a lot of people are into it, but I'm always surprised that not many people here are into it. But is it because we're not that great at it? Maybe. I don't know. Tennis, and I totally understand darts as well. I like watching the darts, but your theory on the highlights being a bit lame.
That's the problem.
Checks out, yeah.
That's the problem with netball. Whenever you watch the ad on Sky, it'll be an intercept or someone just saving the ball as it's about to go out.
Yep.
It's not like because the shots they shoot from point blank and they don't jump, so it's not a great. That's not a great highlight.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that
Lower
way.
the lower the hooper foot and allow dunks. And
you want Nuki Fluff throwing it down.
Grace Nweke baptizes some bitch at the, down at the stadium in Invercargill. Yeah. Next week, that place is packed out.
Fucking A.
You know what? But I don't know. I don't know what sport. I think for me, I know that a lot of people do follow the UFC, but when you go over to Australia and there's like a pub that's just packed out with people to watch the UFC, it's quite cool for a Sunday session.
That's a good one.
I think a bit more of that, maybe.
So, Joe, what was yours? Paul.
Yeah, Paul Ford. Yep.
Oh, right. Okay, Paul Ford. Next one, yours, please.
Now on the back of Temu Taxi, what about two others? Tip-off taxi and review taxi. So instead of if it's some bloke can jump in their car and put a thing on the top, let's make it proper. Tip-off taxi. It's Joel Harrison's little nugget of a car he's driving around, and he's got a little taxi sign on the top the whole way home. You should get tips for the horses. He'll tell you what he reckons is a good one for this week. And the review taxi. You get an ex-player or an ex-coach. They drive you home, and you can talk about what you reckon went wrong in the game the whole way.
That's quite
Stay out of South Boys and fuck the whole South Island.
I think that person texted into the show this morning because we got the same text saying we were talking about business ideas, and it was an ex-player drives you home from the Warriors match.
That's good.
Because it's so hard to get home from the Warriors. And imagine if you could chew their ear off. If you said, I'd pay an extra $80 for that, 100% you would.
It's just like whoever you get.
Yeah.
That would be quite good.
Yeah.
You jump in the taxi line.
How much would you have to pay a player to do that, though?
Oh, fucking hell,
First
man.
off, driving out of Mount Smart Stadium is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Second off, you got some wasted winder in the back.
My concern as well is, will they have the attitude that Shawnee J had, for example, that time we had to do a TAB shoot with him where he was contractually supposed to be there and he hated the entire... Because what happens if you're driving home from Mount Smart Stadium and it's a 25-minute journey home and your driver just does not want to be there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's awkward.
You'd have to make it very clear to the drivers what it is they're signing up for before you do it.
Yeah.
I have experienced this because there was one time where we did a commentary out at Mount Smart and myself and Chris Bradley went out there and did the technical stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you, Chris Key, and the lovely Jeff just got on the hammer. And you got to ride with us back. I was driving.
That's right.
And you guys were just sitting in the back seat. I feel so alive. And just screaming. And because we were stuck in traffic for about an hour and a half. It was the most punishing experience of my life. You weren't even talking about the game. It was just singing, just...
Every day is a new day. I'm thankful for every breath I take.
Have you ever
That's Warriors culture, man. You're welcome.
Have you ever got in the back of a Temu taxi?
What's a Temu taxi?
G-Lane came in hot this week. He was pissed off at Temu taxis. It's that...
Uber.
Yeah.
No.
What's
a Temu taxi?
It's the person that's decided that they aren't going to sign up to Uber and they're just going to create their own...
Oh, right. Okay.
Like they're going to get a Temu sign, going to get a Temu taxi sign, shove it on their roof. You can see the cable running out their window into their cigarette lighter in their front seat, and they're going to, make up any fee to take you home and then probably rip you off. And for some reason, G-Lane had his knickers in a twist about it this week. Have you been in one of those before?
No, I don't even really know what he's talking about. Did he go in one?
Yeah, he just got.
Why did he? If he
I
doesn't
don't know
like
why
them?
he got in one.
Why didn't he just get an Uber?
Well, you know what he's like on the piss. He's just fucking fast and loose at all times.
Did he just flag something down and jump in and then?
Yeah, well, it had a taxi sign on the roof.
Oh, right.
But it wasn't an official Uber.
Oh, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
It was just like a mufti. It was like a dude.
It's just a guy.
It was just a guy.
Some guy.
Who said that, hey, $20 to get home, and then he threw $10 at him when he got out or something. Is that how the story went? I can't even remember. Doesn't matter. But anyway, thanks for that. Was that Blake Dawson? Sounded like Blake Dawson.
Oh, Blake Dawson.
They had Radio Hodaki pumping in the background as well. Next one, yours please.
Fellas, Steve from Timaru here.
G'day, Steve.
Do draft ACC team. I'd go Manaia, the head. Lovely, hirsute, beautiful man.
Yep.
Long, lean torso of mash. Powerful buttocks and legs of Joe Drury. McConey's guns. And to finish things off, we'd go G Lane's foreskin heavy package, so we could whack some good old wristwatches on. Thanks, fellas. Love your work. Have a great day.
Oh, thanks, Steve. I'm going to Timaru next weekend.
That's well said, actually.
Lane's also got great thighs, so
He does have good pins.
but small feet.
So would you...
He generates a lot of power, but struggles to put it on the floor because of the small feet.
He just yabba dabba doos around.
Yeah.
Quite hoof-like.
Well, yeah, it's like prosthetic legs where they've just got a hoof.
I think it is a sore point for him, so I might end up
his wee feet
feeling bad about this. But I believe he's a size 8 men's, isn't he?
Yeah, his child.
Like it's small.
His 13-year-old child has bigger feet than him now.
Yeah, like if you look at them, you'd be like,
Oh,
true, yeah, okay.
That looks small.
I'm grateful that I got the head. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take the torso. Joe,
I'll take that ass.
you'll take the ass.
That's what I
But
heard.
again, that punter
on.
doesn't realise how many fucking crotches it has to bust out in some chinos. Like it's quite... the aesthetic and the power is there, but I think it's an inconvenience for you, isn't it?
The look smart, whatever it is, the repair shop in the
Yeah, they look
in
smart.
the mall.
Yep.
Fuck, that takes a pounding. every 3 months. Oh, again?
Can you stitch that up? It's funny this has come up again. You've just triggered a flashback to last night, and this is probably an overshare, but Jeff went into an analysis of who would be the pitcher and the catcher about me and you, Joe.
What was the result?
I mean, the dump truck speaks for itself.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but my approach would be, I'd be catching with the aggression of a pitching.
Catching, you'd be charging down charging the mound.
Next one. Do we have any more? Yours, please.
Yeah, boys. G'day. I've got a bloody bone to pick with a big show. They say they're coming down to the Mount to record their show from 4 till 7, yeah? I'm hyped. I'm working all day, backboning my way through, looking forward to meeting my heroes, the big show. Guess what? Get there at bloody, 6 o'clock. Where's the fucking big show? Nowhere to be fucking seen. When it got cheese balls for Hoity J, I fucking love that cunt. Guess what? They're gone. They're fucking gone. Bullshit. Pre-recording their fucking radio. I'm fucking fuming. Fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy because I tried to ring in the other day after 6 and it just kept ringing and I couldn't get through. I was like, geez, I guess everyone else is calling through too. I don't know what's going on. Jeez, heartbreaking, eh? Heartbreaking.
What do they say? Never meet your heroes?
Never. Well, he never did.
No.
Never could meet his heroes.
It's a bit of a Santa's not real situation, that. That poor punter's never going to look at radio the same ever again.
Yeah.
And I apologise on behalf of the big show.
Well, where they went wrong was saying we're going to bed them out. Like,
yeah.
Why bother saying that if you're just going to skedaddle straight away?
Yeah. Well, you enjoy those cheese balls though, punter.
Well,
you deserve those.
You do, yeah.
Don't pass those on to Hoodie J. He doesn't deserve them.
Yeah, because I saw them yesterday morning and I was just like, shit, big night on the cards down in Tauranga. And they're like, oh, we're coming back. What? Yeah. Down and back in the same day? That's like 7 hours in a car. Wouldn't you? I mean, you don't start work till 4 in the fucking afternoon.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
You wouldn't want to stay for a midweek block. Anyway, each to their own.
Feel sorry for that punter. Okay.
Last one.
Yours, please. That's so sad, that story.
Yeah, g'day lads, Mick from West Auckland here. Just want to give you a bit of an update on what I'm watching on the television.
Thank you.
Just a bit of the highlights of the World Track and Field Champs. I'm watching the pole vault and the Swedish lad, Duplantis is his name.
Mondo.
Just wins the gold, gets a world record, and the commentator says, and I shit you not, the great man, there is nothing he can't do with a pole in his hand. I reckon that's every one of us. Love yous, fuck yous.
I think is he not the guy who dislodged the bar as well? Or is it
with his pace,
yeah.
And has got a lovely life partner.
There we go, yeah. He's Swedish, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a day for him, because I think he had already won the competition and he was just like, jack it up, I'm going for the world record.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would retire if I was a pole vaulter and that happened to me.
Because he's broken the world record 16 times now, eh?
Yeah.
I think is that the number?
Yeah.
I think he did it like 3 times in this event.
Yeah.
This meet.
And it's always by 1 centimetre. That's his thing, eh? Fuck, that's some ballsy shit.
Do you know why he
respect
does
it
that?
so much.
I learned why he does that. There is a cash prize for breaking a world record.
Nice.
So every time he does it, he gets paid. It's something like $170,000.
Fucking A.
So what if he knows he's got another 10 centimetres in him, don't just go 10 centimetres, jack it up by 1.
Oh, there's someone fuming in the World Athletics Association going, this guy is reaming the fuck out of us.
Can I change my heist team? Can I put Mondo Duplantis in there? I'd like to put Mondo Duplantis in there and get rid of Matt Lodge. Take it or don't, but
yeah, that's a good update actually to be made. Because
scratching.
What's his shtick? Is he just going to keep going? Is that his thing?
He must have found something, eh? Like he's figured something out.
Yeah, good for him.
To be breaking world records like that, because I think I heard that the women. No, I was thinking of high jump. The high jump world record has stood since 1993.
Is that right?
Yeah, which is when the testing for steroids caught up to the efficiency of steroids.
Okay, that's all for the Yours Pleasers today. Eh? Again, if you want to get one in to us for later in the week, feel free to do so. Tomorrow, of course, G-Lane will be back, so if you want to target him in any way, shape or form, feel free to do so. The microphone button on the iHeartradio app. Anyway, thank you for your time today, Manaia. Appreciate you, mate.
Bye.
Joe, see you, bro.
Thanks, mate.
And I'm off to go and have a chat to Sammy about where he got his hair transplant done, I think.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.